Hello, today we'll be seeing class diagrams in StarUML. So basically when you open your StarUML, we'll have the screen new project by approach. I'm going for empty approach so that I can create a model and then a class diagram in it. So basically class diagram is a static diagram, also known as structural diagram. It represents the static view of any application that we are going to describe. We are going to describe bank management today as our application. So here we can see we have untitled. I can rename it as bank management. And once I'm done with that, we have to add a model. First we're supposed to add a model. Only after that can we add a class diagram. So class diagram represents describes all the attributes or operators and also the constraints that are imposed on the system, like dependency or aggregate, or it is generalized or composite and all. And class diagram is the only UML diagram which can be mapped directly with an object oriented language. So let's start with class diagram. We can have packages, subsystems. I'm directly going on with class. I'll take a class and name it as bank, and here we can see that we can add attributes, and attributes can have many contributes like public or protected or private. So I'm giving it as public and my attribute name will be name. First, suppose if I'm taking a name followed by colon, and this will be string. Then I add one more. What is the bank ID? So I can keep this as protected ID. This will be my integer or int, and then I add another attribute, say a private one, which I am asking for locality. Just in case string. And then once I'm done with it, I again click and I can see that I can actually have operations regarding bank. So we can have a map for a bank. So I'm keeping it as public, a map, and I'm giving the function. And if I want to add, so I'll add details of the bank through all the attributes I have given. Attributes are basically which will be acting as a variable in your entire bank system. It can have a name, we can take it, and we can access these attributes only through the operations. So if I have operations, I can access it. Even if I don't have, attributes can define that, okay fine, and name of the bank is so and so. So this is how we create objects. So this is a class of bank, and we can have a number of classes related to it, in case account and all. So I've already created a class diagram for our bank management. So it is like we have the bank as center, and then we are directly associating the bank. This is the associate one. We're directly associating it with accounts and ATM operator, and then through accounts we can have many accounts. So that will be directed association, and or this aggregation. Account holder is an aggregate of the accounts. So it is out of accounts that an account holder comes. And then we have bankman, employee, ATM operators. Different ATMs of banks are different. So basically online transaction, this is dependency. It is entirely dependent on the bank, database, the bank transactions, the bank details, or the websites and all. So totally dependent on this. So in online transaction, I have my PIN, CVV number, card number, all this which the bank provides me through the card. And I have operations like transaction, deposit, or shopping details. Then in accounts, I have several accounts, so I have it as direct associated. All these are directly associated to accounts. So these can be also known as subclasses of an account. So I have a holder name, and I have account name, number as private, then PIN as private. Then I have deposit and withdraw option. The same goes for savings. Only the extra thing is I have interest added to it. And then I have loan account. We have different types of loan. Again, we can form a separate different classes, like loan account can be a class where we have different classes like car loan or educational loan, which will be dependent on loan account. Then we have account holder. We have account name or account number, address of the account holder. Same goes for bank employee. We have separate file for a bank employee who works in a bank. That employee's account can also be linked with the bank's account. And we have name and employee address, ID, the contact number, the salary. We can calculate his or her salary and all. So, and in ATM we have the PIN, the operator name for a particular location, what will be the operator's name, and how much have been withdrawn, what are all these transactions, and all can be seen in ATM. An ATM operator is different. He makes sure that he goes to that particular ATM and operates it, checks the maintenance record, or checks the machine for any fault, how much money does he deposit every day, and all things can be directly seen through a class diagram. So basically a class diagram is the only UML diagram, as I said, which can be mapped directly with an object-oriented language. So this can actually be mapped to any Java or C++ language with this diagram. So this is all for a class diagram. Thank you for watching.